Hi guys, this is Bhaskar Berry. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And in this video, we are going to see how Kafka producer and consumer works. So we are going to take a sample test data file and show you how the producer sends the data to the Kafka cluster, and through Kafka cluster how the Kafka consumer reads the data through using the console command line tool. Okay, so before starting that, the first we need to send the data file to Kafka. So we have divided into two steps. One is creating a Kafka topic using the Kafka topic batch file. So to explain this command, this is the batch file which we are getting. Windows batch files, create topic, name of the topic, we can give any name, meaningful name here, and the partitions based on the size of the data which you are trying to load it into the clusters, based on the storage capacity and the parallel processing you required. So based on that we will give the count here. Since I have been running in a single node cluster here in my local machine, so I have given it as 1. And the replication factor is been useful for the fault tolerance. So in case if you have only one broker and if that broker fails, you might lose the data. So in cluster they'll be having several brokers. So even if one broker goes down, the other brokers might be able to pick up the pick up and load the data. So that's the reason we give the replication factor 2 or 3. Since it's in my local, so I have given it as 1 here by default. This is bootstrap server, which is nothing but cluster coordinates. I'm using a local host 9092. If you see this server.properties, you might see I have been enabled the to default port 9092. So you can see here it's 9092 itself. Okay, so once that is done, then we are sending the data file using the Kafka console producer using this command. So this data have test data have already been loaded here into this folder. In the real world scenario, this data might be in some cluster or a different remote machines or FTP. It will be in a near some third party vendors also. So here I am using it in local itself for this example. Okay, so I'll read those and show you it in the Kafka console itself. So before starting that, we need to make sure that your Zookeeper as well as Kafka server is running. Okay, let me start them. Zookeeper etc Kafka zookeeper.properties. So this Zookeeper has been starting. So let's start Kafka server as well. Server.properties, enable it. Okay, and this is running. So minimize this and open the Kafka topic command. I'll just going to copy paste this. We have created a test topic, so I don't want the test topic. Let's create a cars topic. Cars. Okay, the topic has been created here. So once the topic is being created, the next step would be the producer. We need to send the data to Kafka cluster using the producer. So for that I can copy the same command and paste it there. Sorry, I've given as a test folder. Let me replace it with cars. So here what I'm doing is I'm sending this data, this cast CSV file to the Kafka cluster. So through Kafka clusters, the consumer will read to this topic so that you can see the data in the console. So for that, let me open a new command. Let me Kafka console consumer topic, that is cars topic. Let's give the Kafka cluster coordinates, bootstrap server space localhost 9092. That it has been listening from the beginning. I'm going to read all the records from that. Okay, press enter. So you can read this all the data which is there here. Just to show you the one more example, real time is in the cars one I have like 12 records. Okay, let me read it so you can see. Let me bring it down. And okay, here I'm going to load the new file cars1. So you can see here this 12 records has been loaded. Just to check if the records are same or not, you can just open the test file and see this is Wagner's. There's nothing but this record. Okay, so the data has been loaded into the consumer. So for this example, I have not done any useful application here. It's just showing the data here. So later point we can do some operations on this consumer and make meaningful with this data. So as of now I have just put it in console. Later you can put it in DB or any data lake or any storage like that. Okay, this whole process what I've done here is from the Kafka console producer, we send the data to cluster, Kafka cluster. Through Kafka cluster, we have received the data to console consumer. So in the real-time scenario, the producer might be in a remote mission, the data might be very far, and we can send it through TCP IP networks to send to Kafka cluster, and from Kafka cluster we can have the consumer receiving it in different missions over the networks. Okay, so that will be helpful here. So since this is for just for demo purpose, I've just stored it in my local itself. Everything is there, like the producer and consumer and the cluster, everything is running in a single mission here. Okay, thank you for watching. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel.